Today I'm going to show you how to do the second version of the raised paving stitch. It has a more elongated sections, and when you compare it to the first version you will see what the difference is there. Okay, now then for the second version of the raised paving stitch, we will the concept is the same as the first one. We're using the all-in-one loom again, and but the cells obviously are wider, and you can but it's still in a 20-row stitch. I mean a pattern for 20 rows. So you would for version 2 you need multiples of 14 plus 1. If you're doing it in the round, or if you're doing it on the flat with a border, then you would add 2 for the edge for this demonstration, or just however many. So we're going to put our stitch marker down here. Get my stuff out of the way. Okay, there we go. We got our stitch marker. We're going to have our border peg over here, and this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we're going to go ahead and do 2 sets. So we're going to do another 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we will add 1, and that's where we're going to put our thing. And that's what it means whenever it says multiples of 14 plus 1. You will do your multiples of 14, and then you will add 1 before you even add the borders. And then, now then, it's hard to get that one all in frame, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to do two colors on this one too. So we're going to do, and it's pretty much the same except for the number of stitches you've got. So we'll put our anchor over here. We're just going to do an E-wrap to cast on. And then, so cast on, and then, I'm going to cast on, and then I'll meet back up with you. Okay, see, and then I went ahead and I wrapped this extra one. That one's going to be what we're going to call our border. And now then, the same as the first version, you are going to purl the first 3 rows. So just go ahead and we will purl the first 3 rows, and then I will meet back up with you. Okay, now we're going to be adding color A. It really doesn't matter which end you add it on. If you're working on a flat panel, if you're working in the round, then yes, it would matter. You will have color B is at the back, out of the way. Now then, because I just finished 3 rows of purl on color B, now then we are going to do for row 4 through row 9. Okay, we got our edge, our border stitch, so we're going to go ahead and knit that one off. Now then we are going to knit 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and on this version then we slip or skip 3, so 1, 2, 3, bring it around the back, do not stretch it, and then you will knit 5, and then you will repeat that section. And so actually the width of these parts are 11 stitches. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we repeat from the knit 6, so then we'd need 11 altogether. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And then we slip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and trying not to push my Coke off of the table, 5, and then on the last 2 stitches we will knit 1, knit 1 more, and then you have your border. And I have got to readjust my light here. So on that row we have, because since this one's wider, then we start off with our border, and then we knit 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we skip 3, 1, 2, 3, then we knit 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's our stitch pattern. Then we repeat the knit 6, slip 3, knit 5. So then we have another 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it would be 11 altogether. Then we would slip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we would have 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we still have this one. And if you're following along on the pattern, then you will knit the 1, and then you will have your edge or your border stitch there. Now we will do that until row 9. That would be row 4. So then all you do is then you do your border again, and then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And of course you'll notice there's a pattern there. You always skip the same pegs. So you'll do that till row 9, and I will meet back up with you. Now then, I just finished row 9. I'm going to bring my color B back up. Make sure you don't pull it tight. That's just my slip knot from before. So I'll pull that out so you can see it better. And then you just pull that up without pulling it tight, because you don't want that. Okay. So then we will repeat what we were doing with the knit stitches and the slip stitches before going on, because if you don't do that on this row, so go ahead and switch over to the color, then you'll have that crazy little color thing showing on the pearl, on that first row of pearls. So then we knit 6, skip 3, and then we knit 11, and then however, many times you've repeated, then you will do that. Of course, if you're working in the round, you won't have your ends. And then, whoops, skip those. Once again, don't pull those tight. And we knit then to the rest of the end of the row. On that last one, you knit 5, and then you do an extra, and then you're edging. Now then, for the next 3 rows, so that would be row 10, and then rows 11 through 13 are pearl. So 3 rows of pearl. And then I'll meet back up with you to do the second set of the knit stitches.